You want to show up every single day. You want to gather data. You want to try to learn something, right? But you do not need to place a trade every single day. We've already tapped into those levels of supply before. We got a pretty nice move. And one of the telltale signs that you're starting to get more confident in yourself and more confident in your strategy is when you have a losing trade and it doesn't affect you like how it used to. Also, red folder news in literally almost a minute. So I want to see how that plays out and see if we're going to get a crazy amount of volume. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, which means it's back to live trading with the team. Just got done with a 3-mile walk/run this morning. I got done like 30-40 minutes ago, but I'm about to eat some yogurt and kind of just look at the charts and everything, kind of get a view on the market this morning. Last week, I started running and walking and just doing more exercise. And last week, I finished up 16 miles on the week. So that is really good for me personally, especially my first week doing all this exercise again. This week, my goal is 20 miles, so I definitely think I'll hit that no problem. Starting off with 3 miles already, plus I might do like an extra mile later today. We'll see. But like I said, feels good to just wake up, go exercise. Feels like you're starting your morning off right, you know? So hopefully today's going to be a W trading day for us. Still got to do a few things around the house, get everything cleaned up, stuff like that. Somehow we still have a few things to unpack. I don't know. It's been taking forever. Just been busy, but yeah, hopefully we can show up and catch a W with the team. If you guys want to trade live with me Monday through Friday and have access to the weekend educational calls, click the link in the bio, click the link in the description. Only thing I might be interested in, but I don't even think I'm going to be interested in enough to take it, is possibly longs at the H1 M15. But these wicks down here is what's making me a little hesitant on that trade. So like I said, Monday might be a day where we just need to sit out. Obviously, we'll show up, but we really need an A+ setup in order to take something on a Monday. But we're about to have a new M15, a new H1 candle, so that's not gonna be a bad thing. Also, red folder news in literally almost a minute. So I wanna see how that plays out and see if we're gonna get a crazy amount of volume or if it's really just gonna be nothing too crazy. But for some reason, I just feel like it's gonna reverse before it would hit TP1, which if it does reverse, it could possibly reverse off of this level, unless it gets priced in earlier. So if we were in this trade, my stop loss would not be at break even yet. So right now we'd kind of be sitting right around the break even to red level. This is looking like it wants to push higher. M5, flipped blue again. As you can see, ended up taking no trades for today. The market just was not the best, to be honest. I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, we're still hanging above that M15 level of demand. I'll probably show you guys like a little clip or two of this because the other angle was from the camera from back here. So you guys didn't really see no chart view stuff. So I'll do a little breakdown of that in a second, but no trades for today. I mean, if you took a trade, good for you. If you won, even if you lost, as long as you followed your rules, that's what matters. But for us, we showed up at 9:30 like we do every single day, Monday through Friday. And there just wasn't anything that I was willing to risk our capital on today, but it is what it is. I mean, the analysis from Sunday though was pretty spot on. I don't have those marked out anymore. And when I did the Sunday session, OBS recorded just my whole face. It didn't record the screen as well. That was my fault though. But yeah, the analysis from Sunday was spot on though. Like the only thing is we rejected from the level of supply, then we were coming back down to a level of demand, which is what I anticipated. But price just missed that level of demand, which I'll show you the demand when I show you guys the charts. And you know what, I'll just go ahead and show you guys that real quick. All right, so as you can see, I have a lot of arrows, a lot of lines on the charts, whatever, right? I'm not gonna break down each and every single thing for you guys right now, but what I am gonna do is just show you guys that level of demand that I was anticipating. So we had some levels of supply marked up here, right? Let's just mark the one real quick. There was a few of them in Confluence, but just to make it quick for you guys, I'm gonna do this. We had an M15 right here. Notice how we tapped into the M15 perfectly. And then remember, there was multiple time frames in Confluence. I think there was like 4, but I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that one out so you guys can see the main move. So tapped into it. I was anticipating for us to move lower, tap right into these levels of demand down here, and then get a push to the upside. Well, you can see we came down, Price wicked all the way to right here, but did not quite tap into that level. I'm gonna mark this H1 real quick just so you guys can have just a little better of understanding, but I'm not gonna mark the other time frames. H1, now let me go back to M15. So yeah, you can see this was the range basically of the levels, came down and just missed it. It is what it is. The overall analysis was correct. So if we continue to be bullish for the week though, I think the main target is going to be this weekly and daily level of supply up here. We've already tapped into those levels of supply before. We got a pretty nice move a while ago from this daily and weekly, but I think if we continue to be bullish, that's going to be the main target. Now, there's probably going to be some smaller time frames in between where current price is and this daily and weekly. But if we break this high and stuff right here, overall, I'm still going to be probably more looking for longs. But I don't know. Price moved a little weird today. There was no levels that were good enough for me to take, but that was just basically a little bit of analysis, and it was a cash day today. So all we got to do is come back tomorrow, get on the charts at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully catch a W. What's good, everyone? Just on a little walk right now. Here's the view. Got a fountain over there, some water and stuff. I'm about to just go sit at this bench that's a little more secluded. I was talking about it with the team earlier, and I mean, like, look at this. It's just woods back here, and then you have the lake, and then there's this bench right here. And that's where I'm gonna be sitting at. And I kind of just wanna just rest, go over some stuff, and kind of just enjoy the scenery for a little, get some air. I did my 3-mile run earlier, but now I'm just gonna do like a little 1-mile walk, just chill here. And yeah, I mean, again, that's the view. So it's nothing too crazy, but it's really peaceful. There's like literally no one out here or anything, and just wanted to chill. But today we ended up taking no trades. So yeah, that sucks in a way, but I'd rather place no trades than place a trade that was stupid to place and then we would have lost, right? I was talking about that with the team as well. So we showed up, we marked our levels and stuff, but just did not have a very clear bias or anything today. I mean, I was more interested in longs, but the market was just weird. I just wanted to come here, chill, but I'm gonna chop it up with you guys. I just want you guys to know that not every day has to be a trading day, right? If you guys have been following me for quite some time, you guys know I say that all the time. Not every day has to be a trading day. You want to show up every single day. You want to gather data. You want to try to learn something, right? But you do not need to place a trade every single day. A lot of times, me and the team, we're not placing a trade every single day. Like, go back into the Discord, go look at the weekly report, and you're going to see maybe max 1 week where we placed one trade every single day, Monday through Friday, but you might not even find one, to be honest. But that's just us having discipline, right? Our setup does not present itself every single day. And early on in my trading journey, I really thought that more trades equals more money, but that's not the case whatsoever. Less trades is more, right? Less is more when it comes to trading, and I definitely believe that. For me, I place one trade a day max when I do place a trade. Not every day is going to be a trading day, but I do place one trade per day when it is. Now, in my rules, I give myself the leniency to place 2 trades, but I'm not gonna be placing 2 trades, right? It's gonna be very, very rare. The only time I'm really gonna be placing 2 trades in a single day is if it's a Friday, maybe we lost our first trade and I'm trying to keep the winning streak alive, like can make the week green, but that's very rare as well. So I just want you guys to realize that though, less is more. You need to show up every single day, but don't expect to place a trade every single day. If your setup's not there, don't be afraid to literally sit there for the whole hour and then walk away. You're leaving empty-handed, maybe if you look at it in the terms of, oh, I didn't make any money, but you shouldn't be leaving empty-handed when it comes to knowledge, right? You should have learned something. Don't just show up the charts and sit there and do nothing. You need to be marking out your levels. You need to be reading price action and figure something out, right? You're not showing up empty-handed when it comes to knowledge, and knowledge is the most important thing. If you only care about the money aspect, it's going to be very hard for you to be profitable. We all want the money. We all got into this for the money, right? But you realize that trading, you need a lot of knowledge in, right? So show up and make sure you guys are putting 100% effort each and every single day. Another thing as well is, man, life is short, and it's actually freaky how short life is, in my opinion. And there's a lot I want to do in this life and achieve. And it's just crazy how this second, this is the youngest we're ever going to be, right? So you really have to put in full effort every single day to really want to achieve your dreams if you have big dreams, right? Some people, they're happy with the normal, regular stuff. You know, they're happy with their job and all that, right? And I don't hate on that. If you're happy going to your job every single day, that's good for you. For me, I was never happy with any of my jobs whatsoever. And I knew that my purpose was bigger, and the lifestyle I wanted to live, I knew I could never achieve it with working a regular job, right? I've always loved business, so I knew I needed to get into something, right? But I just want you guys to realize how fast time really goes by. And for a lot of people, they never take action in what they want to do, right? And then by the time you realize it, you're old, you're on your deathbed or whatever, right? And you're sitting there thinking, man, I wish I would have just taken the risk. I wish I would have actually not listened to everyone, took the risk and tried what I really wanted to try what I was passionate about. A lot of people, they never get to do that, and then they regret it when it's too late. So that's what I'm doing in my life right now. I'm literally taking the risk. I know what I love to do, and I'm just going all in on it. There's no other option for me. This is what I enjoy doing, and I literally want to be able to live my life doing what I enjoy for the most part, right? There's obviously going to be things that sometimes I won't enjoy, but that's just life in general. But overall, I want to be able to make a good amount of money. I want to be able to do the things I want to do, have more time with my family, stuff like that, right? So I got to take the risk and, let it play out. If I never take the risk, I guarantee that I will just be in the same position I was, and I hated being in that position. So the only way for me to get out of that position is take the risk and do something that I enjoy and all that. But I just want you guys to realize, man, if you want more in this world and if you're really passionate about something, you need to take the risk. You need to take the risk. Time goes by very fast, and you don't want to be one of those people that just regret it or anything. You literally want to be able to wake up every single day and try your best at something you love. One of the first things is people are going to forget the process that it takes to become a full-time trader. It's going to be very similar to a lot of people. Pretty much it's going to be beginner to inconsistent, then you're going to become a break-even trader, then you're going to be profitable, and then the last part after profitable that a lot of people forget is scalable. Once you become profitable, that's when you need to start slowly scaling. You're at that break-even point, so your strategy is working. You just got to figure out, how can I get out of this break-even stage, which I was in a break-even stage for what felt like forever, right? My strategy was fine. And where a lot of people are going to go ahead and completely restart, let's say they make it past beginner and they make it past inconsistent, and then they go ahead and get to break-even. They're going to go ahead and think, okay, my strategy is not working, so I'm just going to go ahead, switch strategies, and that just erases all that progress you just made. And one of the telltale signs that you're starting to get more confident in yourself and more confident in your strategy is when you have a losing trade and it doesn't affect you like how it used to, where you could just walk away from the charts and it doesn't ruin your day.